Hello everyone. I am Dr. Sawan Giridhar Dharmpuriwar, Associate Professor, Department of English, Vidyasagar Kala Mahavidyalay, Khairi Bijewada, Ramtek. Today, we are going to discuss Mahesh Elkunchwar's famous play, Old Stone Mansion. The play, Old Stone Mansion, is a translation of Mahesh Elkunchwar's famous Marathi play Vada Chirebandi, which was published in the year 1984. It is in fact a first play of his Vada trilogy, and other plays of the trilogy are Magna Talyakathi and Yugant. So let us begin with the discussion of the play with the introduction of the dramatist. As I have already told you that it is a translation of Mahesh Elkunchwar's Marathi play Vada Chirebandi. Mahesh Elkunchwar is an Indian playwright born on October 9, 1939. He has written more than 20 plays. Besides writing plays, he has also written some essays, critical articles, and screenplays for the films. His plays are basically written in Marathi, and later they have been translated into various Indian and foreign languages. He got recognition and attention as a playwright with the publication of his one-act play Sultan in 1967 in famous Marathi literary magazine Satyakatha. Along with Vijay Tendulkar, he is credited as one of the most influential and progressive playwrights in Marathi and Indian theatre. He has received several prestigious honors like Sahitya Akademi Award, Kalidas Sanman, Saraswati Sanman, Sangeet Natak Academy Fellowship, and many such honors of repute. In his plays, he deals with themes like changing human relations, human sensations, creativity of life, and themes which are related with the expression of modern Indian theatre. When we think about the major literary creations by Mahesh Elkunchwar, his major literary creations include his plays like Rudravarsha, Sultan, Zumbar, Eka म्हाताऱ्याचा खून, कैफियत, एक ओसाड गाव, युगांतर, गारबो, वासनाकांड, पार्टी, रिफ्लेक्शन, सोनाटा, Vada Chirebandi, that is Old Stone Mansion. I have already mentioned that it is first play of his Vada trilogy, and other plays are Magna Talyakathi and Yugant. His other literary works include his collection of essays Maun Rag, Paschim Prabha, and Tribandh. His collection of interview is published with the title Batcheet. In a true sense, Mahesh Elkunchwar is one of the leading playwrights who took Marathi theatre to a new height and dimension. After discussing about the dramatist, let us begin with the introduction of the drama, introduction of the play Old Stone Mansion. As we have already discussed, the play Old Stone Mansion is a translation of Mahesh Elkunchwar's famous Marathi play Vada Chirebandi, and the play was originally written in Marathi and was published in the year 1984. It was first performed in Marathi by theatre group Kala Vaibhav in Mumbai. Since then, it has been translated and performed in different languages across the world. The play deals with the changing relationships in Indian families in modern days and how new order replaces the old one in the passage of time. Now, let us discuss with the dramatis personae or the characters in the play. The first character mentioned in the play is Tatyaji. Tatyaji is head of Deshpande family of Dharangaon, and when the play begins, he is no more alive. He has died before 5 days, and rituals which are connected with the death of Tatyaji are in progress in Deshpande household. Second important character in the play is Ai. Ai is wife of Tatyaji. She has become widow now. At the same time, she is mother of Bhaskar, Sudhir, Prabha, and Chandu. Then third important character in the play is Bhaskar. Bhaskar is elder son of Tatyaji, who is living in Dharangaon, and he is taking care of household at the same time agricultural land of Deshpande family. Fourth important character is middle son of Tatyaji, whose name is Sudhir, and Sudhir lives in Bombay with his wife Anjali and Abhay. The next character is Prabha. Prabha is unmarried daughter of Tatyaji. She is a girl who was clever in her studies and she wanted to learn more. She wanted to, we can say, pursue her studies, but her education was discontinued by Tatyaji, and she's not even able to get married yet. And now Tatyaji has died, and she's living in the Deshpande household completely at the mercy of her elder brother Bhaskar and his wife Vahini. Next character in the play is Chandu. Chandu is younger son of Tatyaji, who lives in village, who lives in Deshpande household, and he is a man with what we can say with heart of gold. He is very nice in his behavior, in his what we can say, he is very pure. At the same time, he is completely uneducated and he follows the orders which are given by Bhaskar and Vahini. Next character is Vahini. Vahini is wife of Bhaskar. She lives with her husband in Deshpande household. She takes care of the house and she has ambition to become the head of the family. Then Anjali. Anjali is wife of Sudhir. She is very clever. She is very cunning. She lives in Bombay. She lives in Mumbai with her husband and son Abhay. And at the same time, he does not have that much attachment for the sake of inmates who are living in the village, who are living in the Deshpande household. Then next character is Parag. Parag is son of Bhaskar. He has left his education and he wanders here and there all the day in the village. Then next character is 17-year-old daughter of Bhaskar and Vahini, whose name is Ranju. Ranju is what we can say at the verge of her young age, at the verge of what we can say completing her adolescence, and that's why she is what we can say fascinated by the dreams of that age, and she has great fascination about Bollywood and Bollywood actress, and she wanted to visit them. She wanted to go to Mumbai, and all other details about the character we will come to know in the flow of the drama. So I can say that Tatyaji, Ai, Bhaskar, Sudhir, Prabha, Chandu, Vahini, Anjali, Parag, and Ranju. These are the important characters that we are going to meet in the flow of the drama. Besides these important characters, there are some other characters which are mentioned in the play, but they do not appear actually on the stage during the course of the play. So which are those characters? The first character I have already discussed as an important character, and that first character is Tatyaji. Though Tatyaji is an important figure in the drama, he is now and often discussed, or other characters discuss or take his name in the flow of the drama, but Tatyaji never appears on the stage because he has already died before 5 days when the drama begins. I will once again tell about Tataji. Tatyaji, whose name is Venkatesh Deshpande, is head of Deshpande family of Dharangao and who has died before 5 days when the play begins. Okay, then next important character who is mentioned in the drama very now and then, but he does not appear on the stage is Abhay. Abhay is son of Sudhir. He is of the same age of Parag, I can say, but he is completely opposite to Parag. He is very clever, very intelligent. He is very good at studies, and there are many hopes from Abhay that Sudhir and Anjali have. So Abhay is son of Sudhir. Then next character that has been mentioned is Bansilal. Bansilal is a Marwadi shop owner of the village. He is a rich man of the village, and he is the one who purchases the old part of the mansion of Deshpande household. That old part of that mansion of that Wada has been purchased by Bansilal, that has been sold at the time to meet the expenses of the 13th day rituals of Tatyaji. The next important character which is mentioned but not seen on the stage is tuition teacher of Ranju. This tuition teacher of Ranju, with whom she elopes with all the traditional ornaments of the family. Then there is one more character whose name is Gaja. Gaja is a servant and cook who was working 3 years ago in Deshpande household. He is not working with them. He is not at the service of Deshpande family now. But at the same time, Gaja has been mentioned in the play. Then there is one more character whose name is Nagarmal. Nagarmal is a grocery shop owner of the village. And besides this, the dramatist has also cleverly used the mansion, the old mansion, and a tractor which is standing at the gates of Deshpande household as the characters in the play. How he uses these two things, mansion and the tractor, that we will come to know in the flow of the drama. So I can say that these are the characters, those will what we can say mention, these which are mentioned in the play, but those do not appear on the stage. So once again, we will take a quick look on the important characters of the drama Old Stone Mansion. The first one is Tatyaji, who is head of the Deshpande family of Dharangao, but he is no more alive when the drama begins. Then there is Ai, who has become widow now. She is wife of Tatyaji. She's also mother of Bhaskar, Sudhir, Prabha, and Chandu. Third important character is Bhaskar, elder son of Tatyaji. Then comes Sudhir, middle son of Tatyaji. Then comes Prabha, unmarried daughter of Tatyaji. Then comes Chandu, younger son of Tatyaji. Then comes Vahini, wife of Bhaskar. Then Anjali, wife of Sudhir. Parag, son of Bhaskar. Ranju, daughter of Bhaskar. And all these characters we will see on stage, and the drama will be taken forward by these characters. So after discussing the various important characters that will come in the Old Stone Mansion, now we will discuss a little about the central theme of the drama, the Old Stone Mansion. So when we think about the play, think about the drama, the play Old Stone Mansion deals with the changing relationships in Indian families in modern days and how new order replaces the old one in the passage of time. The Deshpandes were famous for their tradition, manners, family prestige, and honor. The Deshpande family was once very rich and respectable family of the village, having many acres of land and a mighty mansion showing their prosperity and wealth. When the play begins, we come to know that the head of the family, whose name is Venkatesh, and he is popularly known as Tatyaji, is died 5 days before, and ceremonies related to his last rituals are going on in the Deshpande household. At present, Deshpande family's financial status is not remained the same as it was in older days, but still the plans are made to complete the 13th day rituals according to family's old prestige and honor. None of the responsible sons of Tataji, Bhaskar and Sudhir, are ready to spend money from their pockets to perform the 13th day rituals of their father, Tatyaji. The dramatist also pictures that how blood relations are strong and intact when the family once again come closer after elopement of Ranju. Okay, so we will see all these things in the flow of the drama, and I can say that on this particular theme that complete drama is best, and basically it deals with the changing relationships in Indian families in modern days and how new order replaces the old one in the passage of time. Then while analyzing the play, we can say that the play Old Stone Mansion takes place in a 200-year-old ancient, respectable but dilapidated mansion of Deshpandes of Dharangaon, a small village situated somewhere in Vidarbha, that Vidarbha region of Maharashtra. Deshpande family, as I have already told you, that was once very rich and respectable family of the village, having many acres of land. What we can say, richness was there in their house. The Deshpandes were famous for their tradition, manners, family prestige, honor, and wealth. But then what happens nowadays? That prosperity has gone, that wealth has gone, the many acres of land has gone, and only small piece of land is there in the name of the Deshpande family. When the play begins, we come to know that the head of the family, Venkatesh Deshpande, that is Tatyaji, has died 5 days ago. The rituals related to his death are being conducted in Deshpande household at present. As we all know, I have discussed or told you already, at present the financial status and wealth is not remained the same as it was in older days, but still the plannings are being met to, plannings are there. The people are, what we can say, planning to complete the 13th day ritual according to the family's old prestige and honor. But for that, they need much money. And what is going on in the house? Both the elder sons who have money, who can spend money on Tataji's 13th day ritual, both the elder sons, Bhaskar and Sudhir, are not ready to bear the expenses of the 13th day rituals of Tataji, and they are what we can say. Bhaskar is saying that I don't have that much money. Sudhir is saying that why they should spend this much of money on 13th day ritual of Tataji. They don't have that much money, and they should not, what we can say, make any show and all. They should not, what we can say, invite many people or thousands of people for the sake of 13th day ritual of Tataji. So there are many disputes between Bhaskar and Sudhir, that who will spend or who will, what we can say, bear the expenses for the sake of 13th day rituals of Tataji. So by saying this, the Chandu, who is what we can say very good at heart, who is younger son of Tatyaji, but he does not have any powers or any money with him, but still he has what we can. He knew that there is a share of land in his name, and he shows interest, and he says that Chandu, the younger son of Tatyaji, suggests selling his own share of the land to meet the expenses of the 13th day ritual of Tatyaji. But I, who knew that he is very simple one, and she knew Chandu is unmarried yet, his complete life is before him, and she knew that is the only share of the land which can help Chandu to live his life properly in future. And I stops Chandu from doing so, and she's, because she's quite worried about his future. And then she first gives the money to bring the groceries from the shop to, what we can say, which are needed in the Deshpande household. And next, she also proposes to sell her share from the mansion to meet the expenses of the 13th day rituals. She only wants that. She is the lady who has become a widow now, and she knew that she has seen the wealthy days of Deshpande family. She has seen that that mansion was filled with many much prosperity and wealth and honor and respect, and Deshpandes have followed always their tradition. That's why she's the lady. She only thinks that, or she wants that the last rituals of her husband Tatyaji should be performed properly and according to the prestige and honor of the Deshpande family. And that's why she thinks that, okay, this is the last ritual that we are going to do in the name of her husband, Venkatesh Deshpande, her husband Tatyaji. And she only thinks that that last ritual should be performed in the proper way and according to the prestige and honor of the Deshpande family. Okay, so this is the thing that is going on in the house. Next, we can say that what happens. So all these things are going on. I have already told you that Ranju is a girl who has different fascination because of her young age. That girl, Ranju, is a 17-year-old daughter of Bhaskar and Vahini, elopes with her tuition teacher, taking away the entire traditional gold of the family. And she elopes with that tuition teacher to Bombay, to Mumbai, and complete family is completely disturbed with this news. And means in the house we knew that the preparations for the rituals or the 13th day rituals of Tataji are going on, and during that course of time, this girl Ranju just elopes to Bombay, elopes to Mumbai with her lover, the tuition teacher, and she not only elopes with the tuition teacher, but she steals entire traditional gold of the family, and she goes away, runs away from the house. So then Sudhir, who lives in Mumbai, he just hurriedly goes after her. He tries to search her in Mumbai, and Ranju was brought back to the house after 4 days of elopement by Sudhir from Mumbai. But the tuition teacher runs away with all the traditional gold of Deshpande family. Sudhir spends lot of money to settle this matter of Ranju's elopement. He safely brings back the girl, and that is what we can say a matter of satisfaction for the inmates of the Deshpande family. Now, but there is a negative effect of this particular thing on Prabha's life, because Prabha, who is daughter of Tatyaji, Prabha's hopes to take further education at Amravati by getting her share from the family gold and to become self-dependent got completely shattered. She is completely disturbed and shocked due to this. Bhaskar then she knew that now she is not going to get anything from the that gold which was kept in her name by Tataji, and she will not be able to go to Amravati. She wanted to continue her education. She wanted to get proper job after getting educated, and she wanted to stand on her own legs, and she wanted to live that vada, live that mansion, and to what we can say start her own life. And she has even planned to take I with her when she will get a proper job. But all her dreams have been shattered now, because she is not going to get anything which was kept in her share, and she knew that now she is completely dependent on the mercy of her elder brother Bhaskar and Vahini, and she has to live in this particular household. Next, we can say that when the rituals of the last rites which are related with Tatyaji deaths begin, that 13th day ritual begins in the. So, but before that, what happens? So I have already told you that. So there were a lot of discussion that who will bear the expenses of Tataji, and then all of a sudden, meanwhile, Ranju elopes with that tuition teacher, and things suddenly changes into the Deshpande household. But it was very clear that the 13th day ritual should be conducted in proper manner. So what happens that meanwhile, as I has already told that her part of the old part of the mansion which comes in her share should be sold to someone in order to get some money, and with that money, the 13th day ritual should be performed or conducted in the household. So Bhaskar sells I's share, the old part of the mansion, to Bansilal in order to meet the expenses of the 13th day rituals of Tataji. So with the all those things are going on together into the house. So when the rituals of the last rites related with the Tervi, related with the 13th day of Tatyaji, begin in the mansion on the very same day. Bansilal, to whom that old part of the mansion has been sold by Bhaskar, by Deshpande family, he decides that on the very same day, he thinks it's a what we can say good kind of day, or it's a muhurat. He decides it as a muhurat, a good day to start his own work on that particular land of the old mansion. That's why he brings the bulldozer to dismantle the old part of the mansion on the very same day of the 13th day ritual of Tataji. The inmates of the Deshpande family request him that today means he should leave that particular day of the 13th day ritual of Tataji and he should start his work on some other day. But Bansilal says that it is very good day for him. It is a muhurat for his new beginning of that particular work that he wants to start on that land of the mansion. And that's why Bansilal brings the bulldozer to dismantle the old part of the mansion on the very same day when the 13th day rituals are going inside the Deshpande. 13th day rituals of Tataji are going inside the Deshpande household. So what happens? The sound of the bulldozer mingles with the chanting of the mantras which are being chanted at the time of Tatyaji's Tervi, Tatyaji's 13th day ritual, and they what we can say creates a pathetic effect in the atmosphere. So and with that sound, we can say that the false pride and prestige of Deshpande family is completely shattered. The sound of the bulldozer mingles with the chanting of the mantras, creates a very pathetic effect, and we can say that in that particular sound of bulldozer mixing with the sound of the chanting of the mantras, and in that mingling, we can say that false pride and prestige of Deshpande family is completely shattered. And now all those rituals are over, and Sudhir and Anjali prepare to go back to Bombay after the rituals are completely over. Okay, then what happens? Their departure shows the bond of attachment between the inmates of mansion still exist. I, who is a widow now, looks much older now, and at once started looking like Dadi. And the play, the dramatist ends the play at this particular note. So what we find, or rather we can say that when we take an overview of the play and the inmates of the mansion, we find difference in their personality. They are completely different from each other. Bhaskar is different from Sudhir. Sudhir is different from Prabha. Prabha is different from Chandu. Chandu is different from I. So there is what we can say different. There are different personalities. Bhaskar, Sudhir, Prabha, Chandu, Parag, Ranju, Abhay. There are what we can say completely different from each other. But at the same time, we find similarity in their behavior, in the lack of affection and responsibility towards the family. Means when we think about Bhaskar, when we think about Sudhir, when we think about Vahini, when we think about Anjali, we find that they have different attitudes in their affection and taking the responsibility towards the family. At the same time, I and Chandu, they have completely different attitudes toward responsibility, and they are always ready to take some responsibility of the family in a good sense. And that we will discuss, or in the what we can say while analyzing the drama, that we have to see in that how their behavior particularly shown by the dramatist, and that has been taken the drama ahead. So when we think about Bhaskar, Bhaskar is a selfish, self-centered, greedy, and indolent person who always runs away from his responsibilities. He is living in Dharangao. He says that I am taking care of the Deshpande household, I am taking care of the agricultural land of Deshpande family, but still he does not do or performs his responsibility in a proper way. His selfishness, greed for money, and gold is clearly visible in the play when he, what we can say, secretly hides the box of traditional gold of family in Puja Ghar in order to, what we can say, hide it from the other family members. And then we see in the course of the drama, the same box of the golden ornaments is later stolen by Ranju, and all the traditional gold of Deshpande family has been taken away by Ranju to Mumbai, and afterwards they were what we can say taken away by the tuition teacher of Ranju. Then Vahini, who takes control of the Deshpande household after the death of Tatyaji, she replaces I, taking her place as the chief woman in the family. That shows her wish to take control of the house. Then Sudhir is also a self-centered person. He lives in Bombay, and he's a man who always takes his decision under the influence of his wife and son, and he is busy in his life at Mumbai, but he, what we can say, very seldom comes to village to meet his brothers and other inmates of the household. Though he is busy in his life at Mumbai, but he is not ready to leave his claim on the property in the village. Anjali, who is wife of Sudhir, who also lives in Mumbai with her, what we can say, husband and son. She's very clever, selfish, and cunning lady who does not have much love and affection for the family members living in the mansion. Then we can say that I, I is an understanding. She's what we can say a good character in the play. I comes before us as an understanding, affectionate, and caring lady, but has always remained under the control of her husband throughout her life. And when her husband is no more alive, now she is under the control of her sons. Okay. Then next character, next we can say that Chandu is responsible and good at heart, but does not have any authority or place in the house. He is just like a servant who is working in the house. Though he is an inmate of the house, though he is brother of Bhaskar and Sudhir, he is uneducated. He has left his education, and he only follows the orders which are given by Bhaskar and Vahini. Perhaps he is the only member in the house whose heart is free from any selfish motive. I have already told you that I and Chandu are different from others. They have same nature. They have affection about the inmates. They have affection about the Deshpande household. They have tremendous respect about Tatyaji, and they think that the, what we can say, rituals which are related with the 13th day of Tatyaji should be performed in a proper manner. I gives everything that she has. She gives money. She even proposes to sell her part of the mansion. At the same time, Chandu is also ready in order to sell the share of land which he is going to get in order to meet the expenses for the sake of Tatyaji's rituals. But he is the person who does not have any authority in the house, any place in the house, and he only follows the orders which are given by his elder brother Bhaskar and his wife Vahini. Okay. Then Prabha. Prabha is unmarried daughter of Tatyaji. So with the story of the drama, with the flow of the drama, we comes to know that Prabha is unmarried daughter of Tataji, who is left on the mercy of Bhaskar and Vahini in the mansion after the death of Tataji. She is the only rebel in the family. Her dreams are shattered due to elopement of Ranju. You can say that. Then next, Parag, Abhay, and Ranju belong to the next generation of Deshpande family. Means Tataji, afterwards his sons and daughter. Then comes the sons and daughters of Bhaskar and Sudhir. So Parag, Abhay, and Ranju belong to the next generation of Deshpande family. Ranju is daughter of Bhaskar and Vahini. She is a kind of girl who is attracted towards the worldly pleasures and loses everything in this blind fascination when she elopes to Mumbai with her tuition teacher, taking away all the traditional gold of the Deshpande family, and she spoils her own life with that particular act. And not only she spoils her life, but at the same time she has shattered everything in the Deshpande household. Then Parag, who is elder son of Bhaskar and Vahini, who has left his education and indulged in bad habits. He does nothing but wanders here and there in the village all the day. And he has also, what we can say, indulged in some bad kind of habits. Then next we can say that on Abhay. Abhay is son of Sudhir and Anjali. He is born and brought up in Mumbai. He seldom comes to what we can say Dharangaon village. He did not want to come to Dharangaon. He did not like this place, and he does not have any attachment for his family in the village. No doubt, Abhay is very clever, very intelligent. He is very good at studies and all other. He is completely means he is good at all other things, but still means there are many hopes from Abhay. Everyone says that Abhay will take name of Deshpande family further, but at the same time, the boy, this man, this young boy, does not have any attachment for his family who is living in the Deshpande household in the village. Okay, then Tatyaji is no more alive, but what we can say know about him from the mentioning of the other inmates of the mansion, and we come to know that this man has lived a very life of prosperity and wealth throughout his life, but at present during his old age that wealth has completely gone. Okay, then Dadi, mother of Tatyaji, is very old and she is at the verge of dying. She is so weak that she could not move from one place to another place. Chandu, what we can say, perform all the duties related with her. So she's what we can say, Dadi has lost her memory and she remembers nothing, but she remembers only her son Venkatesh, only her son Tatyaji, and she what we can say only recalls the name of what we can say Tatyaji and says that Venkatesh, what happened? What is the time? She always tries to speak with Tatyaji. Her son Tatyaji is no more alive, and everything has happened before her eyes. She has seen that Tatyaji is no more alive. He has been what we can say is dead now, but still she doesn't. She what we can say she does not have any of the sensation about these things. Everything has happened before her eyes. But the tragedy is that she is unaware with this, and she is just what we can say lying. Uh, uh, in the bed all the time, and all the what we can say things related with her, to feed her, to what we can say take her to bath, all those things are performed by Chandu and I. Then dramatist has also cleverly used the images of the mansion and the tractor in the play. They seem to be characters in the play. At the same time, tractor is not visible in the story, but he uses that tractor. He uses the complete mansion, that mansion which was once very, what we can say, fine looking, very mighty. But now the condition is that means the inmates of the Deshpande family are not even able to repair the old part of the mansion. Okay, so the mansion has witness of all the past glory of the Deshpande family, and now at present it is also witnessing the downfall of the Deshpande family. Dilapidated condition of the mansion resembles the lost glory and prosperity of the Deshpande family. The tractor, which is not visible in the play, but contributes to the pathetic effect of the play. When Sudhir and Anjali comes to Deshpande household after 5 days of death of Tataji. At that time, during the night time, the sari of that Anjali is struck into some part of the tractor and it gets torn into two pieces. At the same time, Chandu is also get hurt because of that iron part of tractor, and his leg is completely sore and in bad condition. That's why I'm saying that tractor is not visible in the play, but it contributes to the pathetic effect of the play. That tractor has been purchased by Tatyaji to show that look how the Shpandes are able to purchase that costly tractor, and that tractor has been standing at the gate of the Shpande household since years. That has been not even used properly in the agricultural land. So it is a symbol of false pride and prestige of the Deshpande family. And the dramatist very cleverly uses these two things, the mansion, the old stone mansion, and the tractor, very cleverly to show, to what we can say, to show or to create some pathos, to create some what we can say emotions, to take the course of the drama further. So this is all about while discussing or while analyzing the play Old Stone Mansion. Now we have come up to the part of the conclusion. While concluding the drama, we can say that the new generation of Deshpande family, Parag and Ranju, seems to be completely vested. As we have said, we can say that the Parag and Ranju are the next generation or the third generation of Deshpande family, and it seems that they are completely vested because of their activity. Only hope for the Deshpande family that who can take their name further is Abhay, from whom there are lots of expectations. But this Abhay has no any affection and attachment either for the mansion or for its inmates. He, what we can say, seldom comes to village. He is never interested to come to this village. He is not interested in meeting with all his relatives. And when he comes to know that his father is planning to take Parag to Bombay after the 13th day rituals will be over, and Parag will be living with him in his household, he just says that he will not bear his company. He will not allow Parag to live in his house, and he will introduce even Parag to his friends as a servant and not as his brother. So this was the thinking of Abhay for the sake of his family members who are living in the village in the Deshpande household. So though no doubt he is very clever and intelligent, and the people are hoping that this man, this young boy, will take their name further. But this boy does not have any of the love, any of the sympathy, any of the attachment for his other family members who are living in the village. Okay, so but at the same time we can say that no doubt those family members are completely different from each other. They are, what we can say, they are of because of their own nature, they are looking different, but at the same time they are similar in their attitudes toward taking their attitudes in completing their responsibility. But at the same time we can say that when the drama reaches up to the end, we find that the bonds of the affection between the inmates of the family are not yet loosened, and that has been proved with the incident of the Ranju's elopement. Because when Ranju elopes from the Deshpande household and the news come that she might have gone to Bombay, she might have gone to Mumbai with the tuition teacher Sudhir, means all the family once again gets reunites, and they've just, what we can say, started working on the single agenda to bring back Ranju safely. Sudhir hurriedly, without caring for the money, he just hurriedly goes to Mumbai. He, what we can say, searches Ranju everywhere in the Mumbai, and at last he also becomes successful in bringing back Ranju safely to the Deshpande household. And for that, what we can say, to settle the matters here too, he has to spend much money. The same Sudhir who was not ready to spend even a rupees on the 13th day rituals of Tatyaji. Now he spends thousands of rupees in order to save life of Ranju, in order to bring back Ranju safely to the Deshpande household. Rather, all Bhaskar, Vahini, Prabha, Ai, everyone is quite worried about the future of Ranju. But at the same time, Prabha is also completely disturbed with this particular incident, because she knew that she was planning to go to Amravati and continue or to pursue her further education, but now she is not going to get anything. But still, we find that everyone is completely has come closer with the elopement of the Ranju, and Ranju's elopement once again brings back the warmth in the relationship between the inmates who are living in the Wada, who are living in the mansion. Okay. Then I can also add that the play ends at different notes with the ringing sound of the bulldozer. I have already told you that the old part of the mansion has been sold by Bhaskar to Bansilal in order to meet the expenses of the 13th day ritual of Tataji. So that Bansilal decides to start the work of dismantling the old part of the mansion, the share of his land, on the very same day when the 13th day rituals are going to be performed in the Wada. So the play ends at different notes with ringing sound of bulldozer, pathetic cry from Chandu when Anjali and Sudhir are leaving for Bombay at this time. At that time, Chandu, who is, what we can say, whose leg is completely sore and he has, what we can say, fever, he has to be taken to the hospital. And when Anjali and Sudhir are going back to their place, at that time, the pathetic cry from Chandu, grave silence of Ai, then closed doors of Prabha's room, what happened to Prabha? We knew that she's completely in a shock because all her dreams of getting free from this mansion have been shattered because of Ranju's act, and she will not be able to move out of the house now. And that's why she has closed the doors of her room. She does not want to speak to anyone. She does not want to meet anyone. And that's why she is not ready to come out of her house. Then lively silence of Parag, who is inside his room, who is listening everything, who is very attached to his uncle Sudhir, and he is dreaming that means Sudhir has promised Parag that he will take him to Bombay. He will live in the company of Abhay. He will continue. He will try to, what we can say, continue with the education of the Parag. And Parag is dreaming for that, and he has also promised his uncle that he will leave all his bad habits and he will behave like a good boy, and he will fulfill the dreams of his father and his uncle. But when Sudhir has gone to Bombay, and when he has told Abhay that he is going to take Parag with him to their house and Parag is going to live with them, but Abhay has told that if at all he will bring Parag to this household, he will not bear that. It means he should never bring Parag to Bombay. And at the same time, if even Sudhir will compel him to live with Parag in the house, then he will not, what we can say, behave properly with Parag, and he will tell his friends that Parag is not his brother, but a servant who has brought by his father and mother in order to work in their house. So this was the, what we can say, and that's why Sudhir takes decision not to take Parag with them to Bombay. Even Anjali also requests Sudhir that okay, we should take Parag with them to Bombay and we should, what we can say, think about his life. But when Sudhir tells about the opinion of Abhay about Parag to Anjali, means the people decides that Parag should not be taken with them to Bombay, and because of that, Parag's dream of going to Bombay has been come to an end now, and that's why I'm saying that the play ends at different notes with the ringing sound of bulldozer, because the bulldozer is working at the old part of the mansion and it is dismantling that particular part of the mansion, because that land is owned now by Bansilal. So the play ends at different notes with ringing sound of bulldozer, pathetic cry from Chandu, grave silence of I who has become widow now. She is not speaking anything. She is, what we can say, completely sad now. And the closed doors of Prabha's room, the lively silence of Parag and Sudhir. Sudhir even goes to meet Parag inside his room, but Parag not even utters a single word. He is not ready to speak with his uncle because he is very sad because he has not been taken to Bombay with Sudhir. And Sudhir has promised regarding that to Parag. So Sudhir's and Anjali's departure from the mansion and heavy hearts of the inmates in the mansion speaks about the affection and attachment between the people living in the mansion. And thus we can say that Mahesh Elkunchwar depicts the story of a rural household which was affected by the changing social background of the modern days. And this, with this particular note, the drama has been ended by the dramatist. And now we have come to the end of my discussion. I hope you might have enjoyed this presentation on Mahesh Elkunchwar's play Old Stone Mansion. Thank you. Thank you so much.